The biggest thing that will kill your progress is a terrible training partner.
My ability to push within a session was so much higher when I'm training with someone than when I would train by myself.
Have you had any training partners that were just terrible?
There's going to be some compromising because it may not be 100% the way you would ideally want to train on your own.
Would you still say it's worth having a training partner and sacrificing some of the personalization of a workout?
Supra Human.
The biggest thing that will kill your progress in the gym is a terrible training partner. And I think we've all had them. We've all had great training partners, all had terrible ones.
We've all been one.
We've all been, yeah.
Yeah.
So we figured this would be a good episode to talk about some experiences that we've had with training partners where maybe some people can relate, but also the traits that you want in a good training partner if you're trying to progress as much as possible. I know we did an episode a while back on leg training. And one of the key things I think you said, Ryan, was the best thing that you can do for to grow your legs is to have a good training partner.
It's a cheat code to training intensity.
Yeah.
You see people, though, they make a load of progress because of the training partner that they have. One of my clients recently, it's no longer his training partner. And he was like, it's so much different now. I train by myself. They had to break up for whatever reason. The level of intensity you get from training, even we've had it recently. Like we've been training a little bit more recently with the event coming up. We were saying afterwards, like my ability to push within a session was so much higher when I'm training with someone than when I would train by myself.
100%, because I train on my own as well. And then the last time we come out to Supra Human, me and Jose trained legs together in the gym here, didn't we?
Yeah, that was because I usually train by myself, and I was like, "This is all we're doing." Yeah, and it's like we pushed each other a little bit more than normal. But I felt it was like 20 minutes of leg sessions, and I felt that a lot more than I usually feel my 60-minute session.
Yeah. There's always there is a low level bit of competition where you obviously you're there to push each other, and it's not a serious thing. But like whenever we train together, even because we're doing this event as a team.
Yeah.
But when we're training, in my head, I'm like, come on, I just want to see his head just drop just a little bit. And then in my head, I'm like, yeah, you're a pussy. And then that's where I get my second wind. And then other times I see it and I'm like, he's not dropping. And I was like, I'm really struggling. And I'm like, don't show weakness.
Yeah. Or in your head, you're like, I hope he's feeling this as bad as I'm feeling it because I feel terrible right now. Yeah.
But it is good. I think it's slightly different to the training that we're doing now is more fitness oriented. So like we're doing movements at the same time. So it's not like I'm looking at your technique and you're looking at mine. It's like we're doing the same work at the same time. Whereas I'd say for the majority of our clients, again, when the goal is body composition, the typical training session is going to be one of you's going to be spotting or watching technique or counting reps. The other one's going to be doing the movement. So we'll talk about training partners from that context. Just because I think it's going to be more relevant for our clientele and people listening. But have you had any training partners which just jumped to the top of your head that were just terrible, and you think I'm never training with this person again?
Well, yes, but they don't hang around as training partners for long.
Yeah, but he's my boss.
Because you normally can them off. But yeah, some people, they say, like, oh, do you want to train? And I'm like, yeah, go on, let's go. We jump in and you realize like they're not there to train. Like they're there just to, or I guess from a coaching standpoint, like, because you're experienced, they want to train with you because they know they're going to get a good session out of training with you. But then it's like, yeah, but now I've got to train with you and I don't get a good session training with them.
You're basically coaching.
Yeah, you're basically coaching them. And they're asking you loads of questions and they're trying to learn from you and things. And you're like, yeah, but my session here sucks. Like I'm spending my time just coaching you. And but again, they don't last very long because it's like, I'll entertain one session. You might entertain another one because I'm polite. And then I'm just like, this can't continue much longer. But that was always one where they're there to chat and learn. And it's like, that's not what I'm here for.
I'll tell you one that stands out for me was when me, you and your friend trained Bob.
Oh, Bob. Yeah.
Oh my God. I was aching for like 3 days.
He's one of the strongest blokes I've ever trained with.
Is it?
And we trained legs together. He come down to UFit. And
Water.
Yeah, Bob. Yeah. Yeah. So for everyone listening, like Bob Waterhouse is a professional bodybuilder, and we train legs with him. And he obviously typical bodybuilding training is very machine based. You're not like doing loads of squats and lunges and things. It's kind of like leg extensions, leg press, hack squat and stuff. And the guy's got like tendons made out of just steel, and he'd be just ripping the full stack on leg extensions you know, 6 plates on a hack squat, just bobbing up and down. And we were trying to keep up. I think I tore my quad, like strained my quad at the hack squat, trying to keep up with him.
We did like leg extensions as like a pre-exhaust. No, I was fully exhausted.
Yeah. And it was like 1 or 2 working sets on each thing, and and we were completely done.
And that's it though. When you have like a good training partner and you push to actual intensity, you become more efficient. Like when we trained, it was like 20 minutes. We were done. You know? Whereas like when you don't have a good training partner, you're almost like half-assing it.
But there's a relationship there to be had, isn't there? Because it's some people, like, you push them, but then you've got to return the favor now. It's like when it's their set, I'm going to step up and I'm going to push you. But some people, they get pushed, and then when they're resting, they're just like, or on their phone. And you're like, oh, well, now it's my set. Like, this is where you're supposed to step in like that as a training partner. Like, there's almost like an agreement there. Like, I'm going to push you. You also got to push me as well. But some people, they're just there to get trained.
That's almost like training partner etiquette 101.
Yeah.
That you have to pay attention to. That's like you described one of my worst training partners. In general, it's like, this is a dilemma about everyone knowing you're a coach.
Yeah.
You get a training partner, maybe it's somebody you're a good friend with, you start training with them, and that's what they do. It's like, start picking your brain. But then the other part you just named, it's like, okay, get off especially with the phone. I'm like, you're supposed to be paying attention to my set, pushing me. And here you are answering text or answering. Or
if you're struggling with a rep and you expect them to come in and they're not even looking, and you're like, well, help.
Exactly. So that's one of those characteristics of like not a good training partner.
I think not always, but there's got to be, again, for the vast majority, like the standard has to be quite similar.
So I was literally going to say that, because the top training partner that springs to my mind is my friend at university, a guy called Dan Morris.
Oh, so not me.
No. But I'll tell you exactly why though, because you and me have probably got very different strengths.
Yeah.
And so like if we're doing one thing, then it's like, well, there's no competition because you're so much better at it than me, and vice versa. Whereas this guy, we were neck and neck at pretty much everything. Like it would be like, I could bench a bit more than him. He could squat a bit more than me. He could run a bit faster than me. You know, I could curl a little bit more than him or whatever. But every single session, he was the most competitive human being I've ever met in my life. And, we'd be like cycling to the gym and he'd be like, I'm going to fuck you up on this thing today. and then I'd be like, yeah, but you're shit at this. And it would be an hour of shit talking. But then every session was just like an ego battle of like, I'm not going to let him beat me. And it was probably like pretty 50-50, but I probably made the best progress at university because of that, because it was, he was also like, I wouldn't, if he was doing a set and I knew he was going to beat me, I wouldn't go, and try and sabotage him. I would want him to beat me. But it was afterwards, I'm like, fuck. And but it was like 4 years of that, whereas I was probably like, had PTSD from it.
Yeah. They're the sessions that make you nervous, aren't they?
Yeah,
it's like you go in
100%.
and you're like, I'm not looking forward to this at all. Because it's like, I know I'm not going to be able to let off the gas here.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to have to fully send this in order to keep up. Yeah.
I tell you one thing, if like the standard is a little bit off, you're always better off being the person that's not as good, because obviously you've got to chase the other one. Easy way to get better, for sure. Find someone who's better than you.
You almost have to find somebody who's like equal to your standard, treats the gym the same way, you can rely on, that are going to show up no matter what. That gives you that little nervous feeling going into that session with them.
That's the point you just touched on then, that like not being reliable. There's nothing worse than like, if someone's like, oh, do you want to train? And you're like, yeah. And then like 50% of the time they're like, oh, mate, I can't. Or, oh, can we change this? And I'm like, oh, it's like this now. It's like, we're not on the same pattern here. Like if you're looking for like a real good training partner, again, they've got to love it as much as you do as well. Like it's because again, like you're both competing with each other. You're both trying to get better. But when it's like some people are going to the gym to get better, some people are going just to get away from the wife for a couple of hours, or to clear the head from work. And it's like, well, now the goal here is different. We're both not pursuing the same thing. You're looking to pass time. I'm looking to actually train. So making sure that you're both aligned on what you're actually trying to get out of it.
Clear expectations, isn't it? Because I've been to the gym with mates who train really hard, and but I know the goal is just to have a catch up.
Yeah.
Well, we've actually done that.
Yeah. Something when we go, like, we're not going to progress,
full well.
We just go into
but that's the thing. It's like you go in knowing the expectations. Like it's not like one of you is going to hit a lifetime PR and the other one wants to catch up. It's kind of you're aligned from the get go.
I just walk into the gym. Ben's having a pre-work. I was like, oh god, here we go.
Better get a coffee.
Expectations are wrong. Let's go.
Normally when I get to the gym, Ben's not even there.
No, I to be fair, I've been late nearly every time. I think. Yeah, I overestimate my ability to be on time. But hey, it worked today. You know, I said, right, I gave myself an extra 15 on time.
And we're on.
One trait which I can't stand in training partners is the ego lifter, where they overestimate everything they can do on every exercise, and you'll end up doing half the work for them. And then with that, it's the over eager spotter, where you're like, don't touch the bar unless I say. And the moment that tempo just slows down, they're like, go on, all you. And it's like, well, it's not now, is it? Like, you've just, or they'll go like, oh no, I only help with the finger. I'm like, I could pick up 60 kilos with 2 fingers.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, you're pulling it off me.
Yeah.
And that used to drive me mad, where like you would repeatedly teach them how to spot and still not do it correctly. And I'll just be like, I'd rather drop this on my chest at this point. Just leave me alone.
I saw that 2 common things when I was in uni on the bench press, like picking up the bar and squatting. They would literally hold them around the ribs.
It was like a dance. Yeah.
Salsa.
Yeah.
I don't understand spotting with the squat, even in general pop.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Yeah.
that should not even be
Or
allowed.
if you're gonna do it, you get 2 people, one on either
One on
side.
each end.
Yeah.
But like powerlifting competition, fine. Otherwise, just put the safety bars.
It's like
in
you
it. But
don't
they would be like, I'd be walking the bar out and I could see someone's arms in my peripherals, and I'm like, get off me!
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing? They're like doing a Zercher squat with me as I'm squatting.
It like puts you
Yeah.
off.
And also, if they're that close to you as where they're going with like double under your armpits, well, how close is your head to my head?
Like, I can feel them breathing on my ear, and they're like, go on, two more reps, 2 more.
Blowing kisses on the back of your neck. You can do it, man. You can do it.
So this is more, I guess, a bit more controversial topic: training with your spouse, because a lot of our clients, they might have spouses in the program, they might be doing similar training programs. They go to the gym at the same time. What's your guys' experience been training with your spouse? Pros, cons? Should you do it?
Well, I guess Jose, you can go first because you do train with your spouse currently.
That goes to show that
you've survived it.
I'm surviving.
Yeah.
For the record, Ali, I love you and I love training with you.
Full on
every day.
disclaimer.
Full disclaimer.
Choose your
I've
words
actually
carefully.
gotten to a point where I quite enjoyed it, but it had to grow to that. It really did, because just like you guys, I'm very competitive. So I had to compromise and be okay with removing that competitiveness with a training partner, with her coming in. The other thing I also had to realize is, and she taught me this, my tone with her to help is different than the tone I would have with a client to help.
Okay, yeah.
So
I can see
it's almost like you almost become more, without realizing, irritated.
Yeah,
You wouldn't
it's
be
so
this way
funny
with
you
the
say
client.
that. I'm exactly the same.
And here's the funny thing is, I trained my wife before she was my girlfriend or fiance or wife as a client, and she's like, you would have never talked to me that way
Yeah,
as a client. I'm like, you're right. So I had to reframe the way I worked with her, and these are all kind of like the things that I had to make adjustments with. 2, I'm doing double the work because there's going to be some plate changing quite a bit.
Yeah.
So, but which was okay. And the other thing is like correcting her. I had to kind of be careful of how I corrected her. And we talked about this. I'm like, if she was moving and getting comfortable with the movement, I had to learn that she had to get through that first. And if she had a question, then I would answer it, and maybe fix her form or make recommendations. And I had to watch the tone, watch how I helped her, because if not, I think the funniest incident, I talked to you guys about this. She stormed off the floor, off the cable machine one time, left me standing there, and there's 2 other gentlemen on the machine next to me, just looked at me. All I can do is shrug and just go to my set and wait for her to come back. But we actually talked it out. But the benefits, I know I talked about a few of the things I had to change up. The difference with me or you guys, when you guys train by yourselves, than the standard normal person who isn't used to being in the athletic realm or push, it's like we can push ourselves pretty hard. So I don't have a problem pushing myself pretty hard. With her, the benefit came down to where it's like watching her get better and her enjoying the process. Really enjoying it. And that makes me happy. I'm like, cool, you're really getting into this. And when she's finally able to kind of move up in weight and getting a lot more comfortable with the weight, it just becomes more enjoyable. But with her also, it's like, it's the time we get to spend with each other. That's the benefit from it. Now, there was some learning curve on my end. There was also some on her end. So we had to make this agreement where it's like, all right, no answering text or no phone when the other person's working because I need you to spot me. And her joke was like, what am I going to do with 60-pound dumbbells?
Help, just shout
like,
help.
It's just touch them and it just makes me feel that much better.
So was Ali into training before you guys trained, or was it like a different style of training?
She was into working out. She was a big marathon runner.
Okay.
She did a lot of running. Then she kind of veered into CrossFit with her friend. This is where I met her, and she just now recently, within the past 2-3 years, has gotten into standard resistance training.
Got it.
More of what like everyone calls bodybuilding training. More, and she has gotten to enjoy that so much more now that she wishes she would have started it sooner.
That's awesome. I think like a lot of, because even like my Jess, she used to do CrossFit, and then when I met her, she was just getting into like bodybuilding style training. That was our first date. It was a gym workout. Went and trained, and I saw the weights that she was lifting. I went, oh God, I'm gonna have to try.
Ben's going for PBs.
It was just doing like 100-pound dumbbells for like dumbbell RDLs, and I'm like, my back.
She's
like,
strong.
It was like heavier than me at the time, but it was great because it was. I mean, for me, that was like it's super attractive, like having like a partner that trains hard, like in the gym. But then like we train together quite rarely now because we're training for the High Rocks. The training style's changed, but like we trained together the other day, and it's fun. Like it's nice for like a change, but also for us, training is our like your sacred time. Where like it's nothing personal to anyone, but it's like I just want to train, and if there's any like. I think just with spouses or whatever, I mean, it hasn't happened with me and Jess, but like if there's like any animosity from like the day before or something, and then it's like one of you's in a grump, and it's like, oh, now we got to train 4 times this week, and she's in a grump or he's in a grump. It's like I don't want to deal with that when it's like lifting is my favorite thing ever. I don't want anything to kind of like tarnish it.
Rain on my parade.
But I think it can be from an accountability standpoint. For like when one of you's not that motivated to go, it's double-edged sword.
You have it with stats,
because you can have enablers where it's like, oh, I don't feel like going. Oh yeah, let's just skip it. And then you've got the no, come on, like let's go. And like that can be a game changer for people with training partner.
I can tell you the number of times we sat in the parking lot going, we can just skip this and go get something. But you're right. But I'm blessed to have her because if she is not in the mood, I'm in the mood. I'm like, no, we're going anyways. And if I'm not and she is, she's like, no, we're going anyways. And you talked about this part, like you're gonna have disagreements, you're gonna have arguments at home. But that communication, I think it's the biggest C word we use with coaching. It's like, if you communicate.
We use a different one.
The C word back in the UK is not quite the same.
No, I said coaching, not amongst the communication part. Like Ali and I had to really learn to go, okay, we leave that outside of the gym because she understands like how important training is for me. So we leave those moments outside of the gym. Now we come back out the gym and it's like, we're at the Tom again. Trying to prove my point on things or her proving her point. But it's one of those things. It's like no one in the gym is going to know we are having a disagreement.
If you can train with a spouse consistently, I would say you've got a good relationship. If you can train like me and Jess, and we've got a great relationship, I swear. But man, we haven't lasted the training side of things. And as like you said, you don't talk to them like a coach. That's where I was struggling. Is like I would approach her like a client because like whenever I talk to training with someone who's like who needs help, I'll talk to them like I will always talk to a client, for example. And she'd be like, "Don't fucking talk to me like that." And I was like, "Oh," and in my head, I'm like, "I'm trying to help. Why are you being so rude?" And in her head was like, "I'm your wife. Like, don't talk to me like that. Like, that's how you talk to one of your guys." And I'm like, and we really struggled on that. And there were times, like again, similar to you, like left on the gym floor, like stormed off, and people look, and you're like. Like what do I do here? So training wise we kept it separate because even like if I would like assess form and say, oh, you can do this better, she'd take offense to it. And I'm like, oh, like, so there was this battle, but we can talk outside. So say now we went home and I say, oh, your squat form, this is what you can do. That was fine, but it was like when we were in the gym, it wouldn't work.
It's like the emotions are higher, like when you say like, no, do it this way. Like, oh, it hurts. Yeah, it's because you're doing it wrong. And like, I'm the same as you were like, I'll get really short and irritated because it's like, again, because in my head, I'm like, I don't want to coach. It's like I just want to train.
Yeah.
And so it's like, oh, how's my form? I'm like, yeah, sound. Like crack on. Like, but that's very selfish of me. Whereas it's, again, because I just want to train.
You said about with training being like your thing. I struggle with that now, and like, if I train with someone, like that is a sign that like I'm like I obviously respect you, and like I'm because there's right now with like getting to where I am at now, there's barely anyone I'll like train with. Like I get people, oh, do you want to do a session? I'm like, no. Like I like to train the way that I like to train. I have my sessions planned out how I like them.
Yeah.
Like it's my time where I listen to my podcast maybe, or I like, it's all me. Like it's like really selfish. And then when someone's like, oh, do you want to do a session? I'm like, no, I don't want to train with you.
I mean, most of our sessions, if I come up with it, then you'll have pushback on it, and then you come up with it, and I'm like, that's shit. And then we spend about an hour with a compromise of like, well, we can both agree that we'll do this one.
Yeah.
But I'm exactly the same. It's like you like to train the way you want to train. I guess like because you've trained Gab.
I've trained
over the years, like you've trained her on and off.
Yeah, I've trained Gab, but we've never trained together. So obviously, when I'm training, she's got the kids, and then there's the other way around. You know.
To be fair, when you're training, there's 90% arms.
I
don't think that training program crosses to Gab's walking around. It's just
the carryover is minimal.
20 sets of lat pull downs, 20 sets of curls, isn't it?
Yeah. But how I'm carrying the kids as is.
Yeah. How has that been from because you have trained Gab throughout the years?
Yeah.
How's that experience been? Because I know she's lost loads. She lost loads of weight. What, last year, the year before?
Yeah, last year before our third baby. So she's lost. She still trains now, but in the house, she's got like a little routine that I put together. I made some videos showing her how to do it, but I don't train her. I don't look over her form or anything. You know.
But that's it's a good comparison though, where it's like maybe your spouse isn't into training.
No, she's.
And so for Gab, it's like it's a means to an end, but it does the job.
Yeah.
And so it's like, whereas for us, it's like, well, this is my thing. Even if you made no progress, you'd still do it because you enjoy it.
Yeah.
But it's good because, people will have spouses like that. And even we have clients like that where it's like, I don't love training.
Yeah.
I just want to get the result and get it done. And so it's like, what's the least I can do? And
this is like my training minimum dose response. So it's like I wouldn't say she loves it. It's like, but she knows the benefits of it. So she'll just do it in her own time twice a week and then walk on the walking pad. But I've never like coached her beyond that.
This is one of the things like you just mentioned. One of you guys did. There would have to be a big compromise with training with your spouse. One, obviously different physique, different body, different strength levels, but there's also different injuries. So one of the things it took us a while. It's like, it was first always my training program, and she was joining in, going through the workouts. Yeah. Then we start realizing certain movements give her issues on her lower back or her hips. So as a training partner, as a husband, I'm like, okay, where can I compromise? And I still reap the benefit of the training session, but yet it reduces the risk for her.
Yeah.
Such as like, we couldn't do Smith machine back squats. Well, I could, but she couldn't. So we had to find a replacement. And this is where we start morphing the workout to where it's like, okay, these are things that she can do, but I can still benefit from them.
Yeah.
So that's one of the other things is just dawned on me. It's like there's going to be some compromising because it may not be 100% the way you would ideally want to train on your own.
Yeah.
And when it comes to a training partner or someone asking me to train with me, it's always my go-to is always like, great, but we do my session.
Yeah.
You're asking to train with me. We do my session.
It's a good, as you say, it's a good question to ask then, because you could say, well, then what's more ideal, having a training partner and having a compromise on certain movements and things, because it's never going to be a 100% individualized program unless you're, someone's just jumping in with you and you're doing your workouts. But would you still say it's worth having a training partner and sacrificing some of the like personalization of a workout? I would say yes.
Yes.
Like I think the trade-off still is like if you net the intensity across like a year, even if you're doing a couple of movements which aren't ideal for your strengths or weaknesses or injuries and things like that, I still think it's a net positive versus training on your own with like the perfect plan.
Well, you can have the perfect movements that you like, but if you make no progress in them over the course of 12 months, well, you're not getting anywhere. Whereas if like, okay, these movements aren't ideal for me, but you've added 40 pounds to them over the course of a year, well, that's definitely going to be your best thing. It's like like we always say, like the biggest limiting factor, I always say, the biggest limiting factor with our clients a lot, it can be the training. It's like from the intensity standpoint, like the program can be great, but if you're not executing that with the intensity that is needed, that's where you can limit your progress somewhat. So it's like, it's not the program, it's the execution, like the intensity of actually putting it into practice that's going to be limiting you. So yeah, if you can get the intensity right, well then the program is a little bit less important then, because the intensity is obviously there every time.
I think the goals might be a bit important as well. So like, let's say, for example, if your training partner is training for an IROX and then you were doing, say, bodybuilding, it's like, well, I need to do some sort of conditioning, and it's all we're doing is like arms, back, and squats. You know, it's like the goal, you have to have like similar goals as well. Like, if it's just like body composition, it's like, well, I want to do leg press instead of squats. It's like, oh, it doesn't really
I tell you
matter.
what, like if you're prepping for a show and you've got a training partner that isn't, it helps out massively, because like they're probably getting stronger and you're just clinging on for dear life.
We're trying to keep
Whereas
up.
if you're both hanging out your ass, like doing a prep, you're just going to piss each other off. And you'd both just be like, this is shit. Like you need someone to like, the energy has to be 100. And so like whatever the ratio is, like one of you has to compensate the other.
Me and Sully prepped together. But we had shows at different times. So like, I think he was first and then I was about 6 weeks after him, maybe. So it was handy because like I was still pretty fresh heading into his show. And then when he got his show done, then he was done, and then it was my show then. And that was always, training was much more, because like training when you're in a prep it can get pretty rough at the end. Like it's not that fun. But like having someone to train with was always good. He was always a good addition. He's actually one of my better ones.
It holds you accountable then, doesn't it? It's like, even though you're feeling a bit like crap and you're like a week out from your prep, it's like, oh, I gotta go because Sally's training as well.
Yeah, you got to have someone that's like willing to call out shitty form or laziness, or if you're resting too long. Like again, like because one of the key things that we do at the elite events with our clients is show them what an intense set is, and so it might be like you did with your guys, like pick a weight you think you can do for 10 to 12. And I'm going to tell you when to stop based on, technical failure and stuff. And they get to like 18 or 20 or 22. And so it's like, well, your training partner should then say to you, you need to go heavier. Yeah. Or they should be pushing you to that 20 reps. Like if they're like, yeah, I look pretty good, then like you're just enabling each other to train soft. Yeah. Like you need someone to call you out if you're being shit.
Tell you what's unbelievable is when your wife calls you a pussy.
Yeah.
I've had that, or I've had her have really good days, and I look at the leg curl, and she's 1 or 2 plates away from mine. I'm like, oh, I gotta pick it up.
Jess has done that line leg curl. I'm like, oh, she's doing more than me now, and I'm like, how are you doing that? And I'm like, oh, I've got bad hamstrings. But then also like the second time I benched 4 plates, she was spotting me. And I was like, come on, Ben, you've got to do this. Yeah. If you do this, she'll marry you.
It's just, you still want to see your husband get pinned, or your boyfriend get pinned.
Imagine you get pinned and she just picks it up.
Yeah. Take. I've got you, honey. Don't worry.
I got you up afterwards. I got you.
Yeah.
Even worse if she couldn't get it off and she's watching you like suffocate under the bar.
Getting someone else to come help you.
The one thing about training with a partner, like the biggest thing experience I have with my spouse, with Ali, is I think our relationship has gotten so much stronger because we're doing something together. Like some people go do dance classes together. Some people do paint classes together. They'll do a hobby. This has kind of become our hobby and our getaway from kids, from reality, from work. This is why we even have the rules like, all right, don't answer your phone. We can check to see who messaged us, but if it doesn't require a response right away, that's really it. We just focus on that hour that we're there.
I think that works really well because again, I know your kids are more grown up now, I guess, so it's not quite the same. But like, if you're together and you're both working, you both have responsibilities outside of work, and you're trying to manage your health. Like some people, they don't exercise because they're like, because I'm prioritizing time with my spouse, and it's like, which I think is a decent trade-off to some degree. But it's like, if you can tie quality time with spouse to health behaviors that you need to do, well, now again, you're just condensing things, and it's like, and that's why, like, if you can be active as a family. It's like now you're not having to pick and choose, am I going to look after my health or am I going to spend time with my family? It's actually, I'm putting this together. So like you're adding, by training with your spouse, you're adding to the quality time that you spend with your spouse without having to take away from that just to get your own training done.
That's what we do as a family. So we'll go like on family walks. Obviously we can't take like the kids to the gym and stuff like that, but we'll go on family walks together. You know,
walking with your spouse, one of the best things.
Yeah.
But talking of training partners and competition.
Talking of competition.
What did you bring today?
So what we've got here, we were obviously, there's that all the chat are about longevity and hand grip strength, isn't it? It's like grip strength is a good indication of longevity. So the plan today was to figure out who's going to live the longest and who's going to die first. That's what we're going to figure out today. So we're all going to run a test on the hand grip dynamometer, and we're going to see who is going to die first.
We need rules though. Like, how are we going to do it?
What's
like 90 degree?
I think you got to stay sat down.
Standardized testing, right? So we're going to stay seated. You're going to have your arm to your side here and just grip.
Can you kind of?
No, go on.
No, that's not.
Well, you can, again, within reason. Or do you want to go arms out straight? Oh, that's another.
That's a really hard one. Yeah.
Arm out straight. You can't
as long as
cheat.
we're all the same, it doesn't matter.
Arm out straight. You can't cheat then, can you?
Arm out straight?
Yeah, arm out straight.
That's grim. My shoulder injuries are just.
All right,
wait, you're going to die first. It doesn't matter.
I can't even hold it out.
Like 90 degrees then? Should we go 90 degrees?
No, arm out straight, squeeze. I think.
Okay, go on then.
Right.
How long is the squeeze going to be?
Well,
you just squeeze.
I takes the highest.
Yeah,
Okay.
it just goes up until it's done. Yeah. Who wants to go first?
You got it.
Oh no.
Yeah. No, you brought it.
You brought it. You
I'm
go.
a bit nervous now. It's gone up. I don't want to die. All right, let's have a look. Yeah. Let me get this set. Start. Right, here we go. Let me get it up here. Come on. Ready?
Get it next to the mic. You'll let your fingers pop.
See that? You got that? 3, 2, 1.
Oh, you got it in kilograms.
Oh, look at the face.
Oh, I wasn't feeling very strong.
I saw,
Oh, that's not good. That's not a good score.
What have we got?
It felt quite large for
Quite
the
hard.
hand. 50.2. I'm in the normal range, not even the strong range.
What's the normal range?
Huh?
What's the normal range of it?
It goes from like weak to normal to strong.
Right,
I think strong is like over 55 or something like that is.
Okay, so you get 52.
No, 50.2.
Oh, okay.
Go on then,
That's
Jose.
not what it is.
Oh.
Bring
The
it in.
grip was it's quite when you said
Yeah.
that's big, it's quite big. Right, here we go. Let me reset this.
I've heard Mexicans have got great grip strength.
Oh.
From all the rolling of the tortillas.
I'm an Americanized Mexican. I'm a little bit different.
Arm out straight and then squeeze.
Oh, we got a bit of arthritis going.
You heard that?
Oh, so weak. I'm not even going to say it out loud. I'm embarrassed.
Is it
What is
20,
it?
25?
No.
Would-
It was 37.9.
Oh,
Okay. That's not bad.
Oh.
Do you want to go next? Do you want to go next on me, Ben?
Yeah, go on then.
I'll say it if you know.
I honestly back Ryan for this one.
Yeah, so do I.
Do you?
Yeah,
I was backing you, but
I think
you've been
carrying
talking like a
carrying
mincer.
kids around and stuff like that.
Arms
I
out
think,
straight. Get
I
up
know,
bare
just
elbow.
get my grip ready.
Form pieces out.
Get the facial on this one.
Come on, Benji.
Everything we got.
Squeeze it.
This
See
is for the
facial
highlight.
expressions.
Go.
Oh, my hand's slipping.
Oh no!
Hang on.
Oh, really?
Nah, let me. Mate, I got
retest.
I got nervous hands.
Retest.
Can I just go from there?
Let me reset it.
Yeah.
Do you know we were talking like
Mate, as I squeezed, it was just slipping off my palm.
do you know we were talking about like training partners in competition? This is coming
Yeah,
out now that we
yeah,
can't
right.
lose.
Let me dig it into the order.
No, because mine was slipping as well.
Once you grip it and go, that's it. Let those kid mittens get
44.6.
Oh. So what was you, Jose?
37.9.
To be fair, when I was single for quite a long
What
time,
do I
my
do?
grip's
Just
all
press
right.
on, is it? Do I just press on? What did you say?
Press start. Press start.
What did you say?
I'm not going to figure it again.
Oh,
Right, arm out straight.
I'm out straight.
I got it. Yeah, I got a
I
good view on
reckon
this.
he's got
Ready?
it. Come on.
See
I
how
got
it
money
goes.
on Ryan.
Go on, Roy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at that face.
Oh.
Slipping. Ah, can I have another go?
40.
Oh.
The champ, Mr. Strong grip.
I got another slip.
Which is strange because I would consider
Yeah,
myself the weakest
Do your
here.
left hand now.
Oh,
no.
no.
22.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh, he goes 43.3.
22.
What do you have?
50.2.
Oh, fucking hell.
He's been practicing on
He's
it.
been practicing.
Yeah.
I go the other hand out.
Yeah.
Ready?
Go on.
Oh.
40.
Oh, that's quite even though. Hand to
It's
hand.
not bad.
Yeah.
My left one wouldn't be anything.
Yeah, let me check. I'm actually left-handed. I went with the right.
So you're going to
was-
live the longest.
I live the longest. Mr.
Then me,
Longevity.
you're going to die.
I'm dying first.
What did I get? 44?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get 44, did
Yeah.
you? Oh, there you are.
Oh,
Second.
okay.
Yeah.
So
Live in second.
third.
And you're the oldest, mate. You've got, according to this, you've got 9 months.
Make the most out of it.
Maybe we better get out there. Come on.
I'm going to be on team meetings like, what's going on with Jose? I'm like, I'm not going to be here 9 months. I'm just going to say what I want.
Just
full sin.
Welcome to coach office hours. I don't give a fuck.
Full sin on client feedback. So I'm like, reason you're still fat.
Brilliant. Well, yeah, hopefully that helps in terms of looking for the ideal training partner. And again, if you are considering training with your spouse, some things to consider there, pros and cons. But I think, Jose, you probably have the best example where it just, if you're going to commit to it, commit. And it'll probably take some time to find the perfect kind of rhythm and groove from a training standpoint and communication standpoint, but benefits tenfold.
Yeah, absolutely. If you want a stronger relationship with your partner, you're going to find a way to make it work, especially if that's going to be quality time. It just took time. It's like two plus years in the making to get to this point with training with her. It's great every single time.
Awesome. Well, thank you as always for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.